Right, we were so busy talking there that we got carried away, and but we are here. Good
Yep.
afternoon, Fonz.
Afternoon. Yeah,
Uh,
we got it. What's it called? Like get interested by technology. Some like,
indeed,
and you
sidetrack.
lose. Yeah, you lose track of what the time. Well, I certainly did anyway. I think you were trying to tell me that it was like.
I was just waving my hands and saying now. Right, welcome to the show. This is anything goes, and literally anything can happen in the next 60 minutes or so. And you were showing me before we started something that you found the other day, which may change the way that you actually share your videos.
Yeah, it came about sort of by accident. What it was is I was searching for a playout system for like you get for radio.
Yeah.
You can schedule programs in, you can schedule music playlists in, and a little while back last year I was saying there's not much for video that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. I was looking through them again. Something was like, I just have a look, see what you can find, and I found one that's in production, I think, and I sent you a link to it. But then, of course, Facebook seems to remember everywhere you go and things that you like. And going through Facebook came up in like a advert thing for another one, and it's brilliant because they do a free version, and the free version does exactly what I wanted anyway. And I've now attached it to my website, and it's gained some interest. I think, what did I say? Since last night, just trying it out, it's had 161 viewers.
Right. Shall we? Can you give us a tour of the software, and then we'll hop over to your website?
Yeah. Do you want me to share mine?
Oh yeah, sure. It'd be easier. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll share my screen. Hang on one sec.
Okay.
When it wants to do it.
Okay. So
can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can. We've still got sound.
Yeah, no, my computer's been a bit funny. It's decided, even though you can still hear me, I've got a complete white screen saying it's basically frozen. So I'm glad you can still hear me.
All right. Well, I can't. Let's just check out on YouTube and see what's happening on YouTube, because after what happened last week.
No, I think it's my end. It's decided to. I've got so many windows open. I should have closed a few.
Right. Okay. Just a second. I'll let you know what's happening on YouTube. And
it's really weird because I can't see nothing. It's what I do is I try and get rid of myself and come back.
Okay. Right.
Because it's going to stay like this otherwise, I think.
Right. Okay. So Fonz is going to refresh. And whilst Fonz is refreshing, Fonz is still all right. Fonz is refreshing, so I'm going to bring this up on screen before Fonz comes back, and I'm going to busk it whilst we're actually waiting. If you are watching live, thank you. If you catch the replay during the next 60 minutes or so, Fonz will be previewing the VI Loud website. There will be a 60s pop quiz and a look at the Cambridge Historian page. So that's what's coming up, and Fonz is on his way back. And 3, 2, 1. Fonz is back.
Well, half of me anyway. Yeah, no, I've got it. It just needed refreshing. Right, I'm going to get this. Let me just find what I'm finding. And okay. I'll bring it in. Oh. Being live. It's... You couldn't make it up, could you? Right. Share my...
Yep, you are there. We're on YouTube. It's working.
Right. You should be able to see it. Okay. Down the bottom.
It's coming through. It's coming through. All right. Okay. I'm going to bring it up on screen. Now. Okay, that's good.
Technology, eh?
3, 2, 1. And it's up on screen. I'm going to switch off my camera. And I'm going to put your picture in picture.
Yeah,
probably that way around.
The other way. You did that last week as well.
I know. Consistent. Over to you.
Yeah. As you can see, it's Veloud, I think it's called, isn't it? Is that how it's pronounced, Veloud? And this is the free version. And like I said, no, it's 162 views now. It's gone up. And what I've got here is for free, you can create one channel. So you get one channel for nothing. And you can put these videos in it. Now, that's my playlist at the moment. And it's on a loop. If you upgrade to a pro plan, you can actually create a schedule. But at the moment, on the free plan, all you can do is put a loop basically in it, and it tells you how many people have watched each program, so you know which ones are popular. Like I've got here, Last Summer by the Seaside had 8 views. Chat with Crystal Warren had no views, but that was at 1 o'clock this morning, I think. No, that wasn't. No, I think it did go out one, but it's one tells you how long it is, but I think it did go out about 1 o'clock this morning. And you've got How We Used to Live, 1954, 42 views. So it varies. So you work out what time's a good viewing time. Basically, for this free version, so you know when the viewers are and when they're not looking, and you build from that. You can embed it on your website. Very easy. And if I click on, I don't know if can you see that video pop up in the middle? Okay.
Yes, we can. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how it looks. So you can have. This is what's playing at the moment.
What are you doing to it?
So it comes straight up. You can't fast forward it. You can't. So if I pause it, it won't finish where it's stopped. It will carry on. And what you do is you get your code there to embed it on your website. You can choose the ratio. You can have auto play, auto volume, show controls, show content title, show share button, open playlist on load. So if you click on that, what happens is it tells you what programs are coming up when you load it up. So now playing is The Family, BBC documentary, 1974. That's playing at the moment, and it just starts up automatically. See, if you notice, it's gone forward. Next, at 2:21 is The Life of Adolf Hitler. Then you got Chat with Fonz, Crystal Warren at 3:20, and so on, so on, so on. You've got Cambridge Historian Live in there. And these come direct with the free plan. All you can do is copy them direct from YouTube, and that's fine because it sort of promotes your YouTube channel as well. So you can put a scheduled playlist daily in for your shows that you do, and you put them around to play, and it works like that. And that's all in the free version. So you just upload them into here. So you just put the YouTube link here and go from there. And this is what all the videos are from what I've uploaded, and you can change them anytime you want. And if you want to preview the channel, you just click it. This is how it would look on your website. So it should start itself up. I'm glad that we're not on Facebook, because we probably got done then for music playing. But I don't know if you saw that open up. Did you see that page open up? I might have to. I don't think you saw the second page open up. I might have to share that at some other point. But that's it, really. I think that's all I can tell you about it at the moment. Hello. Am I here alone? Oh.
No.
Yeah, no. I got myself tangled up as well. Yeah, it didn't show the second. I realised it didn't show the second page because it opened up in a separate window. I can get that preview now, and if you want, get rid of the first one and open up the second one. Here we go. If it decides to work.
Joys of live, and we say hello to.
It should pop up at the bottom now.
Corinda, we're just getting going. Fonz is looking at VI Loud or Viloud. We're not decided on the pronunciation, and it's good. Hello. All right. Okay. Just let me bring that up on screen. Put it full
I'll cut
screen.
the volume on it just in case.
All right. Yep.
There you go. That's what it looks like. How it would look on, not when I had the loud bit and all that on it, but on your website. So you get a TV channel that looks like that, and you can. It's live on air. As it says, it's sourced from YouTube, so you can use any of your videos on YouTube. And of course, this is a BBC documentary. It's not one of my own. It's a bit of history. It's the first fly on the wall documentary, which is important bit of history there.
Yeah.
The family, and because it's from an open source of YouTube, it can carry across and play on here without a problem. So you can share your favorite programs on here that way as well. What else have we got here? So I can show you. You can share it and embed it like something in the website. You can also make it full screen.
Right.
So you can watch it full screen, and then on any device or anything. Take it back down, and TV guide there. You click on that, and you can just open the TV guide when you want to see what's coming up next.
Right. So you're actually setting up a schedule, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schedule programs in an order, because like a lot of people say, on demand is easy access, but a lot of things people said to me as well with on demand, especially on YouTube, and I'm guilty of that as well. You put loads of things in watch later, and you never do watch them later because you never seem to have the time, and then they get deleted off YouTube, and you wish you had seen them. So sometimes a schedule is good for some people. So you're giving them both options. You're giving them, well, you can watch it wherever you want on YouTube. It's there anytime you want. But hey, you're not doing nothing right at that moment, and you click on Cambridge Historian TV, and there you go. It's on there now. You might as well watch it now, so you don't miss it.
Brilliant. A question from Corinda.
It's free. The version that I'm using at the moment is completely free. You get one channel for nothing, so not a penny, and it says on their website free forever. So you won't have to pay, but you can upgrade to a pro plan, which is about €12, and you can get extra channels, and that's where you can actually schedule. I think 5 channels you get of different things that you can do, and you can schedule programs in. But the difference with the scheduling is you can only schedule programs that you own the rights to.
Right.
So you can't, like, I could still add in a link. Just to be fair, I can have one of my own shows uploaded direct into it, and that will play. But if I want something like the family documentary that's from the BBC, it'd have to be sourced in from YouTube, and that can still be done on the scheduling. So that is possible in that respect. But if you schedule it in straight through your playlist yourself, then you are breaking copyright laws in respect that you're claiming it as your own and not using an open source. And that's where it comes a bit funny. But you can also, there is a higher bracket, pay €49 a month to have all their branding and everything completely took off and have your own branding put on. So, but that's you got to be a big company to do that.
That's something I shall take a close look at the weekend. And Corinda is back and saying, "Can you upload your own video?" Which you just covered.
Yeah, well, you just if you do, you need the $12 package. If not, you just copy the links, like I showed a bit earlier, from YouTube in them, schedule them as a playlist. I think if you're going to try it, I would, before anything, do what I'm doing. Run with the free version, because to start with, and see how it goes, because the free version, if it's right for you then or not. So after using it for a couple of weeks or so, if it's worth paying a bit more money into it. But
Right. Okay.
To be fair,
that link.
I'm happy with the free version. There might become a time when I think, no, I want to start having certain programs at certain times, because that's the main difference for the paid version. You can just say 12 o'clock, midday, Mondays is going to be this news program, or 1 p.m. is going to be live in 5 or something. But you can't do that on this. But you can still know when it's going to be broadcast by the TV guide. So.
Oh, good.
For free, you can't moan, can you?
No, that's true. Never moan at free. And I've just posted the direct link for the site that Fonz is talking about, and that will take you straight there, and you can have a look. You can also go to the Cambridge Historian site, and see it in operation. In actual fact, if I share my screen, taking our life in our hands, doing more than one screen share, but let's go for it. If I share my screen and go over to the Cambridge Historian and bring that screen share in, hopefully all things being equal, come back to this page, bring in the screen share. Okay, so I put that full screen. So there we have the Cambridge Historian site. If I scroll down,
I'll let you explain. So.
Oh, right. This is the Cambridge Historian, curated by Fonz, and down here you've got the history and photographs of all around Cambridge. You've got videos. You've got a store, which we mentioned last week, and then we've got Cambridge Historian TV. Should I click that? Watch now.
Give it a try and see what happens.
Okay. There we go. And this is your website, and what we've done is to embed. I'll stop that. Is you actually embedded from VRLoad direct into your website, so it looks like it is indistinguishable from the rest of your website.
Yeah. And I put a list at the bottom because I didn't realise it had a TV guide. This will be changing. This is a list of programs that I've got, because then I realised it had a TV guide on it after I wrote all that and didn't need the effort. but there you go.
It helps you get the order right there.
Yeah.
There you have it. So
it's brilliant, because it is good still in the free version, because like if you want to know about a bit of history of Cambridge, you know at 28 minutes past 7 it's going to be about Britain, a view of Cambridge. And then if you want to find out about London slums, you can at 7:52.
Yep.
But I mean, so it's still brilliant even for free. You get given a lot of stuff for nothing. And how much is professional software costs, which does exactly the same thing, is in the thousands. And you're getting it for nothing. But there you go. I just thought it was just a little extra thing.
It does look very good embedded into the website, and I like the fact that there is no branding. And all good. So Corinda is saying, Fonz, you should be a creator and web designer for people. There you are.
Done that. Got the t-shirt for
that.
You
got the t-shirt?
Yeah, not this one. Yeah, no, I have designed other people's websites before in the past. I try to, with me, which I've realised in the modern world, people want information fast and quick. So I put things in little chunks instead of one big. I've seen websites, you click on them and it's got this novel in front of you and you think, I can't be bothered with that. And it's just too much information. So I just like things in little chunks, and I think that's how people see things. And the amount of people who view my website must be the right way. So I think I get one or two. Well, I've probably got 3 people today now with you.
No, you more than that. Many more. I mean, that's basically. I mean, that's a way of bringing even more people to the site, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's making people aware of. That's why I like the free version, because it's making people aware of your YouTube, because they may watch one of the shows, see that it's been sourced from YouTube, then check out your YouTube page and find out you've got loads of other programs on there they can watch. So it's not only helping people who want to watch programs later and forget, they can watch it when they want, but also it's making people aware of your YouTube channels as well.
Yeah.
And of course, bringing people to the website. So it's win-win-win.
And we like those. And Corinda's saying that when he comes back from hospital, which hopefully will be soon, Corinda, you get started and make your own shows again. We look forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And take it easy and rest at the moment. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. I don't know if you can. I'll tell you something you could probably check out. I have no idea if you can embed it into Facebook.
No. Right. Okay. If you've got a Facebook page.
Sorry about that. Carry on. Sorry.
If you've got a Facebook page and the page has got 2,000 likes, then you can have an additional tab on that page, and you can embed HTML.
Yeah.
So you've got to get the 2,000 likes first, but then you can do it.
Yeah. I've got 2,000. I've got over probably just scraped 2,000. Whereabouts is it on Facebook? I've got no idea. You have to tell me another time. Not what we're doing.
I will get you the information. We've got it on. I can show you it. I did this yesterday and went totally wrong, but I'm going to try again. I shared things yesterday. We actually tried to do a live link yesterday where I was connecting to David's machine.
And, right. That why you sent me a link?
That was the link. Yes. That's the other side of the story. I was actually.
I wonder what's this? What's going on here?
I know. I was live at the time. That's my excuse. I was live with David, and we decided to do a live software demonstration of the software, which is brilliant software. It allows you to control somebody else's PC.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've used that in radio. It's quite fun in respect that, well, it wasn't for me. You can be presenting a show and somebody comes in and switches all the playlist off so you can't play it while they're sitting at home.
Indeed, but the problem with that, the software that I used to use a piece of software called Log Me In, which is now $400 a year.
Wow.
Which is quite something every year in, year out.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm going to give you an example.
Don't they do free versions, or is that not?
It's restricted on what you can do. Yeah. So you could use it to log on to somebody's machine, but you couldn't necessarily do file transfer.
Right, yeah.
Right, okay. So let's have a look. I'll share my screen again. And this time we're sharing a Facebook screen. And go to Facebook. And come back to here. And bring that up on screen. And put it full screen. This is the live video hub.
Yeah.
And you can see the normal tabs down the side. Home, playlist, video, etc. This is an extra tab. And this is this is taken from, I'll get there in a moment. It's taken from the Live Video Hub website. So it's got all the videos that are actually on the Live Video Hub. Yeah.
That's cool, guys.
Transferred across. So that's all. That's yesterday's show.
You're outside that day.
Once you've got 2,000 likes, then you get an extra tab. That tab can have HTML in it, and it's as simple as that. So, and then you just need to get people to visit that tab.
Yeah.
So, and there it is. It just works.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
didn't know that.
That's an external website.
That's cool, guys.
Right. Okay, back up to the top. And there's David Burrows and me, and shows coming up, and shows that from yesterday.
That's cool.
And there you are, Live Video Hub. So I'll come back to me.
I can see me and you at the top as well. Is that an old advert?
Hang on a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
It's changed now. I think it's the banner video you've got. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is the banner video.
That's another brilliant idea that they've had. I like the idea of a banner video. It really does make a difference.
Yeah. And there you go.
Something's playing.
You see yourself again.
That's when I was over there. That's kind of cool, that is.
Sounds like an old Western, doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds kind of cool, though. It fits it, though. Goes well with it.
Sorry?
It goes well with it.
Oh, right.
It's sort of like you're building up the tension of something coming, which is what you're trying to do about the information in it.
Truly, yeah. So I'll send you the details after that. Basically,
Brilliant.
It is as soon as you've got 2,000 likes, and you can get the extra tab, and you just need a little bit of software, which I'll source. Back to Corinda. All right, okay, good.
No, that was his last comment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We got a quiz coming up as well, haven't we?
Well, I'm going to stop sharing that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share again.
I think everybody's shocked by this free video TV streaming software. It's like, it's good though. I think though, with it, it's not aimed so much at, I think what they're doing, and hopefully I'm right, is people like who are starting out with an idea, give them the chance to work with their idea and build up. And their money comes from the bigger organisation. Because I can imagine looking at their player, the video player, there is a lot of TV organisations that use their player. So I can see that they use their income comes from the bigger guys to help the smaller people build themselves up. Well, that's what hopefully that's the way it looks to me.
I can see that. It's a fair model to have, isn't it? To actually celebrate. Well, it just hopefully it works. Right. Okay. Let's bring up the pop quiz, which means we switch my camera off.
I've got to work out which way I'm moving.
It's okay. Nobody's seeing me. Switch Fonz's camera off. Switch my camera off. Okay, and you can hear us both, but we've got the pop quiz, and it's time to start this week's pop quiz and press play. And the pop quiz comes from Trivia Plaza. Thank you, triviaplaza.com, as we go into question number 1.
Loading takes too long.
Okay, let's try again.
As you need it.
No, you did ask for the 60s, so I got to defer to you. Who had a hit with this song? Dear. Last Date, and was it Johnny Burnett, Roy Orbison, Floyd Kramer, or Freddie Cannon?
This must be really early 60s.
Yeah.
I'm
Are we going to find this, are we?
No, I'm wondering, pointing towards Roy Orbison. It's the kind of thing that he would title of a song that he would write, but I'm probably completely wrong.
Okay, I would defer to Roy Orbison. No, it was
Floyd Kramer. There you go. I didn't know, but it is the kind of thing that.
Okay. Right. Lonely Teenager.
Where are they getting these songs from? I thought this was going to be a breeze this week. It's not Neil Sedaka.
Beatles, Stones, Trogs, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Neil Sedaka, The Ventures, Dion, or Ferranti and Telcher, Lonely Teenager. Well, I'm going to get it. I'm going to take my turn at getting it wrong this time. I'm going to say Dion.
He would fit with Dion, yeah. This is kind of.
All right, now this one you should.
This one's really hard.
Rubber Ball. Was it Jim Reeves, Donnie Brooks, Mark Dinning, or Bobby V?
Well, it's not Jim Reeves. Can you imagine? Like a rubber ball. Definitely not Jim Reeves.
Jim Reeves.
No, definitely not.
Jim Reeves. No.
Bobby V.
Bobby V. We're plumping for Bobby V.
Yeah.
Correct.
Or Tommy Steele would also sung that song.
Oh, no. 3 Steps to Heaven. Jim
No,
Reeves. You've got it. Eddie Cochran, Bobby Rydell, or Mark Dinning.
This was sadly released after he passed away in a car crash. It's Eddie Cochran. Great song.
Right. Who had a hit with this song? Blue Angel. Was it Bobby Rydell, Sam Cooke, Roy Orbison, or Ferranti and Tyker?
Don't know what keeps saying. Sam keeps pointing me to Roy Orbison.
You want to go with Roy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roy. Good old Roy.
Correct.
Good old Roy.
Right, now I want to say Led Zepp.
Yeah.
But they're not one of the options, are they?
No.
And it's probably a different song.
Just the same title, yeah.
Bobby Rydell,
Jack Scott. Jack Scott, right. I say.
Right, Jack Scott, Floyd Kramer, Neil Sedaka. You're going with Jack Scott.
Yeah, it's probably wrong.
No, it was Neil Sedaka.
Neil Sedaka. Go.
I
need Stephen Harper Scott here. He knows all Neil Sedaka songs.
See, we've got a problem here. We've heard of the artists, but we've not heard of the titles.
Bismarck. Definitely not the Everly Brothers.
It could be Freddie Cannon, Johnny Horton, or Johnny Burnett. Then
Johnny, I'll go for Johnny.
Right. Okay. I'll go for Johnny Horton then.
Yeah, go on.
Wow.
See,
we are good.
Did you know that one?
No, not a clue. Mule Skinner Blues, a group we've heard of, the Shadows, Dion, who we've heard of, the Ventures, and the Fender Men.
The Fender Men. They sound like a bunch of criminals. The Fender Men.
The Fender Men.
It's got to be the Fender Men.
You're going to go with the Fender Men?
Yeah.
Okay. Correct.
Okay. I can't imagine any others with that. Clementine.
Brothers 4, Sam Cooke, Bobby Darin, or Ferranti and Tyker? Clementine.
It's not Sam Cooke.
Well,
it could be Bobby Darin because he recorded a hell of a lot of songs. Right. Should we go Bobby Darin?
Yep. Correct. And the final question. All right. Okay. Apache. Was it Johnny Horton, Roy Orbison, Neil Sedaka, or the Shadows?
Can you imagine Neil Sedaka? Can you imagine Neil Sedaka
playing guitar?
Yeah, to this. Or Roy Orbison.
Alexa, play Apache.
Apache by the Shadows, starting now on Amazon Music.
Alexa, louder.
Yeah, that's the one.
Alexa, stop.
It's a very distinctive. I think it's one of the most distinctive guitar bands there is, isn't there?
Oh, we only got a B this week.
I know, but half those songs are never even heard of, or after people. It says, if you name a list of people they say is in the thing, but they trick you. But I suppose that's a good thing, isn't it? As well.
Yeah.
It comes as a surprise.
The problem was it was the first half of the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, second half of the 60s, a lot better. So
yeah, 63 onwards, then you're laughing, aren't you? Because most of the tracks would be Beatles.
Yeah. So, or 70s. Okay.
But that wouldn't be the Beatles. That's the re-release.
Well, no, not the late 70s. No, indeed. But I mean, the amazing thing is that Beatles songs and the Stones songs are all popular. All the 60s songs, well,
yeah. But I think that was, out my opinion, late like rock and roll, early rock and roll into the 60s was the turning point of music. And then you had the Beatles, who basically was able to give them the opportunity to write their own songs. Although people had done it before them, write their own songs, but they were given more freedom not to break out of the norm. You know, I mean, if somebody had written a song before, it's in a certain style, but they were allowed to break out and come up with all these crazy ideas. And during the mid 60s, they certainly did with some of their songs.
True. I mean, they had, well, aided by certain substances, they explored the universe.
Oh yeah. I think there's a song he sung about that as well. But I was reading "I'm a Walrus" or something. Was I think one of the children of the Beatles. I don't know if it was Julian. Told his dad that the teacher analysed his song and all that about the words and all that in the song, and John apparently said, "I'll give him a song to analyse," and he wrote "I Am the Walrus."
Right.
So that gave him a bit of a challenge. But I'd sang I read just recently.
Yeah. I mean, it was a magical golden period of music. Yeah. And Top of the Pops. We've got to say thank you, Top of the Pops, because the BBC channels are actually replaying Top of the Pops every single day of the week.
Yeah, I've seen some of them. Some of them you sit there and think, I remember when that was on originally.
Yeah, well, we sit there saying, I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one. And then you get a song that you do remember, a brilliant song, and you can sort of, you're back then. It's transporting you back to the 70s and 80s.
But there's a lot of songs, programs like that make you realise songs that you actually miss. Because if you look at 60s music, there's loads of songs that we all know. But I spent some time flipping records over on B-sides and listening to albums, to tracks you didn't hear. And some of them are brilliant. And you miss them. You don't know they exist. There is some B-sides that are actually better than the A-sides.
That's true. I mean, well, there were some tracks released back then which were double A-sides.
Yeah. But it's like you were saying about Dion. The Wanderer was a B-side. Richie Valens' La Bamba was a B-side to Donna. Right. And Buddy Holly never wrote a B-side in his life. So songs like Every Day, Not Fade Away, Words of Love were all stuck on the B-side of a record, but could hold their own. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, how many? I couldn't name a single song in the top 20 at the moment.
No, nor could I. I could.
Well,
we live in a world now, sadly, with music of it's all about the songs that I hear about discrimination, violence, drug abuse, and basically not nice at all. And it's like endless swear words after every other word. Yeah. Now, back in the day, some songs did have swear in them, but it was given justifications why they were in there. And we seem to live in that world where it's not really songs. It's trying to make a statement now. But the statement is, I think, getting misunderstood in respect that, I don't know, that a lot of songs are nice to get product placement in there. I got myself a brand new iPhone.
Right. Yeah.
So what? Can't even get something original to put. And then you listen to the bass track, and like you sit there going, and you're whistling the bass track. Then 3 days later, you suddenly realise, wait a minute, that's a Small Faces track. That's the bass track off of that.
Or they've ripped it.
Yeah. So there's nothing in my eyes. There's nothing original anymore. Not anymore. Even like groups like Oasis. Although they say they're original, and I do like some of their tracks, I do, but there's so much that they use, and they openly admit now that they do. They sample other people's songs, and I think you've got to be original, really.
I agree with you. But that's why the quality of the music in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and even noughties stays with us. Oh, good. Right.
It's called rap. It's called rapping, apparently. The only rapping I do is at Christmas and birthdays.
Yeah, I can't get into it either. I think if you are into melodies and lyrics, then yeah.
It seems like a string of poetry, really, doesn't it? That's what it's like, sticking words together that rhyme.
Indeed. Again.
Yeah.
As in the Again song.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Has that been released yet?
No, It's been burnt. Been destroyed.
Oh
And
no, it's there. It's not. You can't destroy it. You sang it.
yeah, I know.
It's there. It's there permanently.
Well, no, there's this in a parallel universe. It was never written. Hopefully, one day I'll skip to that parallel universe.
Right.
I'll have
Parallel
to.
universes.
Yeah, I'll have to think of up a new song.
Right. Okay.
And
Which
I should-
brings
I
us on
should-
to parallel.
I should create mine. You know, like we're talking about dissing all this modern music,
Yeah.
but young people like it, so fair enough. It's like
Yep.
60s music. The children loved it, but the parents hated it. So
Correct.
probably next week, I should get a bit of rap music together, and I should create my own rap for a laugh.
Now, this last weekend, I actually sat down and got chance Sunday to watch Doctor Who.
Oh yeah,
Your
he's not
thoughts?
he's not a man anymore.
Well, that much is obvious. No, it was.
A lot of people were dissing. A lot of people were dissing it. Now, I think the reason why a lot of people were dissing it is because he's no longer a he; he's a she, and they don't want to give the opportunity to change over. But then again, we're back in the situation where he was when Hartnell changed to Troughton, and it's change, and people don't like it. So a lot of people are dissing it. But I think what's happening with it is the show, quote me if I'm wrong, is trying to get back to its original roots, how it started. Because if you look at it, basically when it first started, it had a nuclear family. You had the granddad, the granddaughter, and the two parent figures in Ian and Barbara. Now you've got the Doctor, who's the mother figure, Bradley Walsh, who's like the father figure, and the two children, like nuclear family sort of setup. And it does work in respect. And this weekend story was, everybody's dissing it, saying it's a load of rubbish, but actually I found it quite interesting.
Me too. I mean, I enjoyed watching it, and I mean, the thing is, it's a great script, wild ideas, and good acting.
Definitely,
yeah.
It also shows the truth of Nikola Tesla as well. Because like going, who's he? And in recent years, to be fair, nobody really knew who he was. He's only just come back up because of a lot of what he's created back then is coming reality, and because it's coming reality, with his ideas coming reality, he's now coming back in. People realising actually this guy, he did that. He was way ahead of his time.
Definitely.
And I think they put his story across very well in that respect. Like he wasn't after the fame. Like you had Thomas Edison, who's after all the fame and that. Like I'm just my name up in lights and all that. But he was quite a man who just wanted to do it because he enjoyed doing it. And I think that was a good approach.
Yeah, I think he was well portrayed too. And I think that Doctor Who is as captivating as it has always been, and long may it continue.
Oh, definitely. I think what it is change, and people. You can't please all the people all the time, but you can please some of the people some of the time. And I've spoken to diehard fans go, I'm never going to watch an episode, and refuse to watch an episode because now he's a woman. But that's in the concept. And it's not like they didn't sneak it up on you, because they've made enough hints to it in the past.
Oh, yeah.
So you knew something was coming. And what people don't realise, it might only be once. It might only be a woman next time. He'll be a man again. So it's... I don't know. And it's apparently this series leading to something big, the truth of who he really is. Well, what do you call him? It really is. So
the person,
yeah. So
the person called the Doctor.
Yeah.
Which all brings us neatly onto James Bond.
James Bond. Dun, dun, dun. Have you noticed James Bond and Doctor Who always go back to back?
Right. Well, we're not breaking the trend then. Basically, it has been said that James Bond will never be played by a woman. Hence the link between that and Doctor Who. because there have been thoughts that it would happen. But
Yeah.
I think that Bond is Bond. From
Yeah.
Roger Moore and Sean Connery through to today and Daniel, then Bond is Bond. So
But
yeah,
they could keep James Bond as James Bond and do the old alternative parallel universe theory and have it as a female, but that's not canon as it being James Bond. It's a possibility. You probably get somebody come along and write a book about that, but not in canon. You can't change a man unless he's a Time Lord into a woman.
Are you going to fuse Doctor Who and James Bond? No, that wouldn't work.
Bond
James Bond is sort of real world.
I'll tell you something funny. I've been doing my family tree, and you would never believe this. Who I'm related to?
Fonz, who you're related to?
James Bond and Sharon Osbourne, but not the ones you're thinking of.
Names, yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you go to Facebook and you type in your name, you probably don't have this problem, but you'll find several people with the same name.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
I once started connecting to them, but I
don't
know where that idea went. I think that was a New Year's thing. I don't know. Just stopped.
People say to me, "How do we find you on Facebook?" I just type my name in. Which one are you? The only one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Apart from the real. Did you see the photograph the other day of the Happy Days stars reunited?
No, I didn't know.
Fonz and Richie met up.
Oh right. Yeah.
45 years on.
Wow.
Yeah.
He still looks good. Henry Winkler.
Yeah. He does. I mean, the things that have happened since then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he got to meet me since then. It's no wonder he must have thought some crazy guy stalking him.
Well, 45 years, and that's just time flying.
I know it shows you where time goes, because that was about 77, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, originally 77. That era. Yeah.
Because he wasn't even an actual. He was just an extra in the first series. And he didn't even have a leather jacket in the first series.
Right.
He was just a motor mechanic in it, and then came to start. So that's a bit like Andy Kaufman in Taxi as well, wasn't it? He was just a guy in the background.
Indeed, that's true. Well, those were the days. Those still are the days, because you can watch them again and again and again.
Well, the thing is, there's a bit of advice. You can now watch Cambridge Historian TV and watch some old programs, or tonight at 9 o'clock you can sit and watch Love Island. I know what I'm going to be doing.
Right. Okay. There's the odd good program on terrestrial television worth watching, but most of the time,
there is some good programs on BBC 4 documentaries that I like. And they sometimes that's why we got Top of the Pops on. They also show old programs as well on there, I've noticed as well. What the BBC needs is their own archive channel showing their archive, old programs. I love to see Old Tomorrow World.
Right.
Old.
Isn't that the joint venture with ITV?
What?
Paper play system, $4.99 a month, and you can see all their back catalogues. Well, not all of them, the ones they actually release.
Large one, at BritBox. Yeah, I've got that. And
that's it, BritBox. That's the one. That's
I've got it.
I think of. Thank you.
They've got every episode of the original Doctor Who series.
Oh, brilliant!
So you can.
So, what do you think of BritBox then?
Yeah, it's for the price. It's value for money. You know, what I mean, after I brought all the VHS to start with, got rid of them, then brought all the DVDs, they decide to give it to you for $4.99 a month. But it's at hand, so if you're on a bus, you can watch it.
That's true. You don't have to carry your DVD player and a viewer around with you.
A rucksack of DVDs.
I remember when the Sony Walkman came out, that changed everything.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the CD player, the portable CD player when that first came.
Yeah.
That was total rubbish. that was total rubbish because every movement you made, it jumped, and the batteries were killed within 10 minutes.
Yeah. But it was the beginning.
Yeah,
It was the beginning.
definitely. Mini discs were brilliant. They never caught on. Mini discs, they were brilliant. They were good for radio jingles and all that, but sadly, they just didn't catch on because by that time, things had moved on. When if they come out a few years earlier, they would have been massive. It's like the VHS Betamax thing and Video 2. Do you remember Video 2000?
Philips, yeah.
And it played on both sides.
It did. In those days, this'll in the days when the V2000 was released by Philips, I was running a television shop.
A bit like Radio Reynolds.
No, in Burnley. It was Jack Aiglin's, it was called. We had shops in Burnley, Padiham, Clitheroe. Yeah. And Jack was the director of Burnley Football Club. And his daughter and I ran the business. And we were responsible for actually buying in the stock. So we decided whether to have Betamax or VHS or the V2000. And I remember we got the V2000 in. It was a massive machine.
Oh, yeah. My dad had one.
But we rarely sold any. VHS won in the day.
I think you could kill somebody with a V2 for 200, like just 2000, throw it out the window. It was like a also the
shiny.
The big discs. I've got one of them somewhere. Before DVDs, laser discs, about that big.
That's it.
I've got one of them somewhere still. We'll have to dig it out for a future show. And it's like carrying a vinyl record, like LP around with you.
Yeah. And you could fast forward it.
Yeah,
which you couldn't with VHS and.
But you could fast forward it, but it took a lot longer and probably chewed up halfway through.
Well, yeah, I mean, it didn't actually put the fast forward; it just had a forward function.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And what's the other thing? The other thing. 8 tracks. Do you remember them?
No, I missed the 8 tracks altogether.
My dad used to have 8 tracks in his car. Apparently, they're worth a lot of money now. He had loads.
Darn.
Wait a minute. Is that? Hold on there 1 second. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on. Fonz is going off to see if he's got any 8 tracks anywhere around, and I'm going to take the opportunity. Oh no, it's back. That was quick.
I just noticed it. There you go.
Oh wow! Hang on, let's go full screen. If I can find it. Okay, you are now full screen.
There you go,
oh wow! Yeah, V2000.
No, that's a laser disc. This is.
Oh, laser disc. Yeah.
That's. I get it out like that.
Wow.
The size of that.
Incredible.
So that's Arnold Schwarzenegger, a razor. 1996. I didn't realise it was still down there.
No. There you go.
It's like I have an LP, isn't it? So if I put it up against the picture, you can see the size.
Yep. That's it. It's the same size as.
So there you go. Yeah, that's a old laser disc.
A trip down memory lane.
Yeah, I remember watching. Is it Tomorrow as well? The bloke smothers a CD with Marmite, butter, sandpapers it down, and then puts it in, and it plays perfect. That was so fake. Yeah. That was so fake. Yeah. One little speck on it, and it didn't play.
That's true. We're always told that CDs are indestructible; they never scratch, and DVDs the same. And
what a ladder!
Everything has got a life. And everything wears out, so you can't give those guarantees. But we bought it.
Oh yeah,
we got rid of our vinyl, and we bought all the CDs and DVDs.
But they promised it to be better quality and all that. But I suppose in some ways it was, and it was smaller and more compact, and easier to carry around. But so were cassettes. But cassettes were different because you could record on them, And I think that's
That's
why
true.
cassettes took off. And I remember, like we're talking about Top of the Pops, I remember listening to the chart show, the top 40, and trying to record all the songs without somebody talking over the top of them, like the presenter talking.
Indeed.
You don't get nothing like that now. I used to sit there religiously listening to the top 40. Now, I just can't. That's a thing of the past.
That's the difference. People don't listen to it. That's why Top of the Pops finished.
Yeah.
There was no audience for it.
It's not just because the songs are like, it's not because we may think they're not great, but the younger generation like them, which is fair enough. But it's because of the way they listen to. They know that they haven't got to listen to the charts each Friday now or Sunday, because they can just go up on the internet, find out what the latest song is in the charts, and if they want to listen to it, go to Apple or Spotify or Amazon Music or whatever, and just listen to it.
That's right. Yeah, it's so easy. Yeah.
So you don't need to sit there and listen to it.
No, I mean, earlier I just said, Alexa, play Apache. Alexa, play Apache.
Don't want to.
Here's Apache by The Shadows on Amazon Music.
So I mean, you can ask any song you want.
You counting the seconds? That should be okay. Alexa, stop. But yeah, I mean, that's an illustration of it. You can actually listen to anything you want anytime.
Yeah. So you don't need to wait on a Sunday afternoon for the top 40 on Radio 1 anymore.
But you do have to wait until 2 o'clock next Tuesday to join Fonz and I again. Fonz, it's over to you.
Yeah. What can we say? Back in the day, you had a laser disc to play. Now, you don't have to do any of that because it's all on the internet. So, lucky people. I remember the world before the internet. If we wanted information, we had to go to the library for it.
Oh, yeah.
So, on that note, it's bye from me.
And it's a bye from me. Bye, everybody. That's a wrap.